welcome to another episode of Stranded with a Stranger. We have another stranger stranded on our island. He is called Scott Clegg. He's given us a very brief bio just to let us know a little bit about him. So, he says, I'm an amateur magician from Aberdeen that's been performing magic at my local magical society for the past 3 years. I love card magic, but have tried all sorts of other things due to my club having certain theme nights like box magic, rings, etc. Great. I think that those theme nights are such an interesting way to push you out of your comfort zone and explore new things. That's why I think lots of people should try and join magic societies and clubs because they are superb. So I'm really interested to see what Scott's 8 tricks are. So let's dive straight in with trick number 1, which is Once Upon a Time by Guy Hollingworth. This is a story deck effect, but with a popular children's nursery rhyme. There are several to choose from, so you can present it in different ways. I've had this trick for years, but only memorise one story, so I'd love to have the time to memorise all 3 and make it an everyday carry. Kids and adults alike love this trick. Yeah, it's great. So you can see some people performing it on YouTube, so do go check them out. But I think it's such a lovely little effect, and I like that there are different nursery rhymes that you can go through. It makes the story deck make sense. It's such a commercial routine, and I can imagine the adults would have nostalgia from it. The kids will love it because they're used to hearing those stories. So yeah, a great choice, and one that I don't think we've had before. So in trick number 2, we have Turn by Peter Pellikaan. This is an everyday carry for me, as I just love the multiple surprises. In this trick, 4 blank cards are shown and turned face down, the back shown to be blue, then suddenly they turn into 4 queens. The backs turn to red backs, the faces then turn into jokers, and the final shock is all 4 cards are then shown with different backs. Now, I went and had a look at this on YouTube, and it is such an incredible effect. I can understand why it's your everyday carry, because so much happens in it. When you see the blank cards, and then the backs, and then they change for the first time, but then they change for a second time. Some of them turn face up, some of them turn face down. It's incredible. And that end moment where he spreads the cards, and they're a rainbow back packet is just unbelievable. It's such a great trick. Peter Pellikaan is so clever. All of his tricks are always so mind-boggling. But it does bring us to number 3. So we've got the Gadabout Coins, Bobo. This is another of those tricks that is a great fidget trick, something to keep the hands whilst watching TV. So we've worked out that Scott's going to have a TV on his island. We've just worked that out. Or he's just going to watch the whales and the dolphins in the distance. Yeah, great having coins to fidget with. And that's a great routine. It's I think it's Doug Con's handling of it online, and I think it's great. It just looks so good. Trick number 4. Cups and balls. I've only ever tried the most basic routine and would love to spend the time learning more advanced techniques. A great choice. You can use some coconuts. There you go. You can have some coconuts and balls on your island. But I think there's such a wealth of information now with cups and balls and so many different routines that, yeah, I think you really could spend an entire life perfecting and learning all of the routines that there are. And that brings us to a number 5. We've got linking rings. I used to hate the linking rings until I saw Axel Hecklau's silent rings. I'd love to practice this routine in peace. The rings are too noisy to practice at home. Yeah, you're going to annoy the family, aren't you, practicing that? Yeah, Axel Hecklau, I think we've mentioned him on the podcast before, is such a incredible thinker. He's so great at taking a routine and turning it on its head or giving it a really commercial handling. You know, his newspaper tear is used worldwide and considered one of the best. And of course, his cap through bottle is just superb as well. So yeah, a great choice with linking rings. Now, number 6 I hadn't heard of, and I did have to Google. Threes Fur by Giancarlo Scalia. I love this 3-ball trick. It looks so simple, yet it takes more practice and effort than I've had time to put in it. Sometime on a desert island would solve that. Yeah, I think lots of people have mentioned just having that trick that they've not had the opportunity to put the time into. I know we've had Memorized Deck mentioned a few times, and just having that time without having to worry about being here and there and just focusing on that thing and getting it down. So yeah, great choice. Number 7, a pair of Jardine Ellis rings, 2 sets. 2 different coloured Ellis rings has so much potential for creating new routines that I've not really explored. I've done the ring onto wand or rope, but there's so much more that could be done if I just sat down and thought about it. You've mentioned everyday carries in your set, so I wonder if that would be another everyday carry, because they're quite small. They can just fit into your pocket, so it could be something that you have with you all the time. Number 8 is our last choice with Scott. We've got the Mirage coin set. I love this set. I'm pretty new to coin work, but this set takes all the effort out of making miracles. I'd love to spend more time going through all the routines. Great, and again, yeah, there's so much that can be done with coin sets, and I think sometimes we think about those classic plots, those classic coin plots and those classic card plots, but sometimes it's really nice just to think, well, what else could I do with these? There's such a diverse coin set, a lot of these different coin sets, and I'm sure there's some really quirky, fun, interesting routines that you could do, and I know on that tutorial there are some incredible tricks. So that's a great choice, Scott. So let's have a look back. We've got Once Upon a Time by Guy Hollingworth, Turn by Peter Pellikaan, Gadabout Coins, Bobo, Cups and Balls, Linking Rings, Threes Fur, a pair of Jardine Ellis rings, and the Mirage coin set. Great, you've got so much in there. You've got like the story deck, then you've got a packet trick, then you've got sort of a coin trick, cups and balls, linking rings, then a ball trick, which is great. The rings are then coins. So you've got a really lovely, diverse mix of tricks there, which is great. But let's go on to your 2 curveball items. So obviously you've had 8 of everything else. Now you're only allowed 1 each of these. So in your book position, you've put the Complete Walton. I'm a big fan of Roy Walton's books. My favourite trick is Mont Mater, but there's so many great tricks hidden in them. Now, I don't know if I pronounced that word right, but I went for it, all right? Yeah, great. Roy Walton was an absolute legend. You know, he is absolutely prolific. Those books are absolutely swamped with incredible tricks. So a great choice. And that does lead us on to your curveball item. So your non-magical item would be finger rings. I've got a DVD of Ring Magic, which looks like a good way to fiddle about without setting anything up or carrying lots of card boxes or packet tricks around. Great, and you never know, maybe on your island some pirate has left some treasure and there's a load of finger rings in there as well. Yeah, great. I'm not sure that we've had finger rings either, and that feels like a really great choice for that position. Something that is completely organic that you can just pick up and do some incredible tricks with. And the fact that you seem to have this little library in your head of different tricks is great. So it's an absolutely excellent choice. So thank you so much, Scott, for sending in your list. Of course, Scott, you are a stranger no more. We know everything we need to know about you. Now, if you guys want to be a part of one of these, please send in your list of 8 tricks, 1 book and 1 non-magic item to sales@alakazam.co.uk. Of course, give us like a bio and the reasons that you chose your tricks. You're allowed honourable mentions. Scott didn't actually have any honourable mentions today, but you are allowed some if you would like them. So do get those in, that way we can record more of these for you. With that being said, thank you again, Scott, and we'll see you later on this week for the main episode, the main podcast of Desert Island Tricks. Have a great week, guys. Bye-bye.
When I perform at gigs, I look at effects that tick these 3 boxes. Is it super strong and powerful? Yes. Will it last with your spectators for a lifetime? Absolutely. And does it leave them with a souvenir that perfectly captures the moment of magic. If that all sounds exactly what you're after, look no further than the liquid forks. These forks have been custom designed to be able to bend right in front of your spectators' eyes. It's so easy to perform, it's so visual, and trust me, they will honestly keep this impossible object because they've seen it morph in front of their eyes. It literally does the impossible. Not only that, Liquid Forks comes with 50 of these forks in each pack, and it comes with the full Liquid Forks routine taught by the world famous David Penn. Not only that, we have a subscription service. If you guys love these forks and you get through them at your gigs, we now offer a monthly subscription where you get sent a box through every single month at a 10% reduced fee. Like I said, you guys are going to be loving these. You're going to be performing them every chance you can. Trust me, the reactions are second to none. So guys, head over to alakazam.co.uk, pick up a set of Liquid Forks. You will not regret it. Easy to do. Leaves them with a killer souvenir. And to be honest with you, it's not cards, it's not coins, it's not mentalism. It's something beyond belief. Check it out now, guys, the Liquid Forks.